Citadel Securities CEO Ken Griffin is actually talking on the Economic Club of Chicago, and I cut up an interesting footage of a question he had to answer. And when you read in between the lines of what he said, I mean, really interesting, because when you read between the lines, it has something to do with the whole AMC and the meme stock squeeze situation. So let us hear first what he has to say, and then we're going to react afterwards. So here we go, folks.
The monetary policy that the Fed has pursued and is pursuing, you're fine with. You're aware that there are people who think they should have started to taper asset purchases long ago, and that the next meeting is far too late, and that we should be talking about the path to normalization for interest rates.
So I'm going to tell you, it is a job that I would be so happy not to have.
It just so happens you don't have it.
And I'm so grateful I don't have that job. It's a no-win job right now. The Fed has a dual mandate of price stability and managing to have us at full employment. That is the only mandate of the Fed: price stability and full employment. And let's be clear, right now we don't have price stability. Inflation at 5% is amongst the highest numbers that many in this room have ever seen in their lifetime. And the bet is it's transitory, and that's a big bet. But we're nowhere near full employment either. So the Fed's in a really tough box. And the challenge is the Fed has to take the regulatory and fiscal policies of Washington as a given. They can't influence those policies. And to the extent that those policies are working against what the Fed's trying to accomplish, they are really in no man's land in terms of a struggle.
All right, folks. There you have it. So I don't know if you really caught it, but the really interesting part is at the very beginning where he was asked what are his views around the monetary policy that the Fed is actually taking now, or is to take. But he said yes, he is, when this is really contrarian to the whole other consensus of the market, where people are not only pressing on the Fed to actually start reducing the amount of money they're stimulating into the market, but they will start doing that gradually when it comes November. And Ken Griffin is saying, well, I don't think it's time to do it now. And even though the points he brings up are very good points, because, as I mentioned of my post-analysis market videos, well, I know this week we do have numbers coming on the job market. And since July, the Fed said that we are going to taper, but we are also going to start to keep looking at how the job market evolves. Because if we feel like the growth is not there yet, it's not strong yet, or strong enough, then we will not really be aggressive on the tapering situation. So even though this is really good points and fair points, I think when you try to relate this and correlate this with AMC stock and the whole short squeeze situation and the manipulation going on, well, guys, I want you to look at a picture. This is the market state as we had it today. I mean, I'm gonna share this because I totally forgot. All right, here we go. So this is the market state today, and look, everything red. It's really the tech sector. And I don't know if you remember, but most of the holdings of Citadel and the biggest hedge funds here in America are with Amazon and Tesla and Facebook and Google and Apple and Microsoft and PayPal and all of these, tech sector, the Nvidia, the Cisco, the Neo. These are the favorites stocks held by hedge funds. So the very fact that we had a pullback, a continuous pullback on this sector, on these stocks, it's a really bad thing for the hedges right now, because they are losing a ton of money on these positions. So if the Fed doesn't increase rates, well, it continues to work in the favor of such high banks because of the liquidity, because they can still, have some liquidity. They can still get extended to the margins because they are already losing tons of money on these stocks, but also losing ton of money on AMC and the other highly shorted stocks. But especially AMC, because so far, I mean, the fundamentals keep getting better and better and better, improving, especially with the box office numbers that we got this weekend. But not only that, the retailers are not leaving, apes are not leaving. So it's kind of accommodating for Citadel to have the monetary policy as it is right now. But I don't think this is something that can last any longer, because at the point, the money is getting shifted from the tech sector to where we have the green sector, the cyclicals, the energy, the utilities, the materials, especially with the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. I mean, guys, at a point, and I mentioned this multiple times, at a point, the clients are going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Kenny boy, depending on the last report you sent us on September, I mean, I am not feeling this. I need to get my money rerouted. I need to get my money reinvested where I can start making some damn money, because for the last months I've been losing a ton of money. And what about this whole AMC thing? So things are getting really heat and hot for Citadel right now. So from the market's perspective, from the short squeeze on AMC, so definitely guys, be patient as things might unfold very quickly here. So